How you doing, guys? My name is Drew, and I'm the owner of Boudreau Services. We specialize in commercial and non-commercial state inspections for Massachusetts. Basically, I got started in the business about 10 years ago. I'm a diesel mechanic by trade. About 2.5 years ago, I started working here and running the show. And after about 1.5 years, I purchased the business from my boss, and I basically bought my own job, and now I'm the boss, and this is what I do. So, like I mentioned before, I purchased the business from the previous owner. So he already had this whole thing set up since probably the 80s. So what I do is I try to be fast and efficient and get people in and out of here as quick as possible. Obviously, treat them nice. Customer service is everything. And I get a lot of repeat customers. I also am a Mac Red member, so I use the Seymour software, and I promote to all my social medias every morning with the posts just describing what we're doing for the day, our hours, our location. I put pictures of whatever vehicles that I did the previous days before. And it goes to my LinkedIn, Google, Instagram, and Facebook profile for the business. A lot of my customers are return customers, and like the one you just seen before with the blue truck, he was referred to by another customer of mine. And it goes to the service. I'm fast, I'm efficient, I'm kind and courteous. I really don't, I treat people how I want to be treated. So everybody's always, they leave here happy and taken care of. And as long as they're taken care of and they got their sticker and everything's, within the law, I'm happy. My business keeps growing and everybody's satisfied. I actually just started hiring employees. I just got to the point where I do need help. So, but my whole style is I'd like to lead by example. I'm not going to tell you to do nothing that I haven't already done, and I've already figured out an efficient way of doing it. I like to get my hands dirty too, as you can see. I'm not gonna have you do something that I wouldn't do. And obviously, right back to the customer. It's customer service. I treat everybody with respect, and when you treat everybody with respect, you get respect, and it's more, that your employees choose to follow you, and instead of having to follow you. Like I said, I just started, so I'm not too familiar in recruiting talent and keeping them, because these are my first employees, and like he's my cousin. We grew up together, so he helps me, and I'm showing him, getting him familiar with the inspection process. My wife, you've seen earlier, she handles all the office work. She sends out the bills. She's right now, as we speak, depositing checks in the bank. So she handles my accounts receivable, my accounts payable. Other than that, it's a learning process. This is my first official year in the business. I actually purchased this last year for myself in July. So this month we completed a full year. So I'm just learning and figuring it out as we go. The biggest obstacle is dealing with all the different walks of life that come in here. Not just, it's not just the same people, the same kind of people that walk in here every day. We got people from all different walks of life. I got people that come in here that they don't speak any English. So like probably my biggest task is just multitasking and communication. Multitasking right now. So it's a lot of, like I said, I just got help, but I've always been, since I've been here, I've been doing it on my own. So I answer the phones, I talk to the customers when they come in, I do the inspection, and I try to do all that as fast and efficient as possible without making the customer feel like they're just another number, and that's probably the biggest obstacle, is having to wear all these different hats and still communicate with all the walks of life that walk in here and make sure that everybody leaves here happy and satisfied. Milestone number 1, we just hit 1 year. This is our first year in business. I would say another milestone, on average, we do about 20, 25 cars a day on average. No. There have been I've had about 2 days since I've taken over, where I've done 4950 inspections in one day. Those are big days. We open 8 o'clock in the morning, we close at 5. I've been here nonstop from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 at night. 50 inspections one day, and me, by myself, no help. So like that was like nonstop. And then this is answering phones, dealing with customers, trying to explain to people why their car isn't passing. Not just failing them and sending them on their way, like trying to explain to them, because a lot of people just, they do the inspection, they fail the people, and they just send them on their way. They don't give them any explanation. If you don't explain certain things to customers, they don't know what's going on with their cars. So when you explain it to them, like you put them a little more at ease, and you give them a little more confidence on how they got to move forward to make whatever repairs they need to be able to pass. Proudest moments, my son, when my son gets out of school, his daycare bus drops him right off in front of the door. And he's so excited and so happy to be in here, man. He comes in here. I also own a tractor trailer. It's usually parked in here. And him just getting off of that bus, running up to me, giving me a hug and saying, "Dad, I want to look at my truck." Like, those are probably like my proudest moments. Like, I know it's aside from business, but like that is what really means a lot to me. First and foremost, believe in yourself and bet on yourself, because nobody else is going to do it but you. When I first started, I was hesitant on making this move. I was comfortable just working for somebody, but I always had it in the back of my mind, God wouldn't put those ideas into your head if they weren't truly meant for you to do them. It definitely took some mentorship and some personal development to get me in the mental space and in the mindset to believe that I was capable of doing it. And I would definitely say, like, one, believe in yourself, and 2, really dive in and invest into your personal development. It's not a hoax. It's not a game. It's real life. Like, you got to develop yourself mentally in order to be prepared for all of this stuff and to actually believe that you can do it. Because everybody's capable. You just got to believe in yourself that you can do it. And after that, ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. Never be afraid to admit that you're wrong. Every loss is a lesson that you learn from to grow and to move forward. Don't be afraid to fail. Failing is good, because failing means you're learning from that. For me personally, I want to keep growing. I'm planning on, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a diesel mechanic by trade. So once I'm trying to train somebody up to take over my position that I have here on this side, doing the inspections. And I want to eventually move over to that side of my shop and start a diesel repair service there. And so that's my goal, to grow the shop to the next level. And I also own a tractor trailer company, a trucking company that I'm actively getting off of the ground. So just diversifying in trucking, but staying in trucking, and putting all that money into real estate, just growing from there. You got to keep pushing, keep up with the trends. Everything's changing. Before this would be just word of mouth, put a sign outside, we're open. Now with AI, that's the new trend. That's the new movement of the future. I adapted and I got with it, and now I use that on a daily basis to promote to my customers. So just keep on moving and keep adapting. And don't be afraid of change. Not really concerned of anything that's going on outside of here, because then that's going to take the focus off of what I do here. And my focus here, again, is to provide my customers with the best service possible and do it as efficient as possible so they're satisfied and they keep coming back. I don't play around. You've seen on the phone call that I just had, first come, first serve. No appointment needed. I'm going to take you guys as you come, and I'm going to be as fast and efficient as possible. And I think as far as that goes, like, that's why a lot of people come here, because other places you have to wait, have an appointment. You know, you got the inspector. He's stuck rebuilding a motor or doing a repair on another vehicle, and he doesn't have time to actually do the inspection. When I first came into this industry, I was told that this is a public service. We get to help the community. So I focus on helping everybody that comes in solve their problem.